That's how it used to be.
Yeah.
In every video.
That's crazy.
All right, boom, everybody. What's up, bro? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
All right, I'm gonna do.
Everybody, welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered Thoughts, where we have
raw conversations,
real insight.
All right, you know what it is. The crew back at it. To my left, I got my main man, brother Romelle Blackmon,
aka the world's tallest midget.
You got to learn that every time you hear it, y'all. And to the right of me, I got another Wolky Belancourt.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wolky in the building with Wolky Studio. How you guys doing today?
Woo! And the last time y'all saw us, y'all, we was talking about balance. We was talking about maximizing that 24-hour day. Yes, we getting right into it. So this is part two of maximizing the art of balance. Maximizing that 24-hour day.
So, before we start, what were some key things that we talk about on balance? I know, for me, I was stuck on using balance in the sports area, and you said you agree with the same aspect, and you started with your story where you mentioned about how your life, how you grew up, how whatever that you learned that and the area, your environment, you had to learn how to balance it. Then I mentioned something about balancing. Is there a way to balance chaos? And
that's when Brother Romelle said chaos was like when he said taking that cup of pins and throwing it over in the air and
trying to catch
them all.
Yeah,
catch them all
together.
Yeah.
Shoot.
You know, we was covering. We went over that definition. I mean, you know, it's a distribution of weight enabling someone or something to remain upright and steady. That was the thing. That was what we highlighted, that upright and that steady. And then we begin to get into other subjects of the topic of that 24-hour cycle, how we can go about maximizing it and creating that balance in our personal lives in that 24-hour cycle. You know, we define the balance. We open with the importance of balance today. What you got to say about that?
Well, you know, we talked about the importance of balance, how it affects our physical life and our mental lives, and how it ties in with our family and our work and your everyday life. If you don't find balance, you never get hit all three of those subjects. And for me, the most important subjects I believe in and come out of that is family, friends, work, and social. I think everybody in life, those are the three things that you gotta have.
What you got over there, Wokes?
Balance. Oh man, I mean, when you mentioned balance before, from last conversation, I was more on a sports aspect on balance, but now thinking about it, shoot. I'm out here throwing all the pins in the air and trying to catch it all together. Right? And in that way, though, due to the fact that I know the definition, I know how to do it. I'm navigating to balance it, to the actual balancing.
What is a struggle in your life that you dealing with the balance?
Man, me, on a personal side, struggle in my life would be is balancing how I navigate with people and balancing my business, and it's like it's helping people, and I'm a person that like to help a lot of people, and sometimes I mess that up on my business side and separating that, and it's balancing the things that I have to get done. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. But you acknowledge that you have a starting point is to acknowledge that you're struggling with that. You know, give us an example of something that you're struggling with balancing your life.
You know what? Just listening to Wolky talk, and I really, we about getting down to the core of your struggles. One big change that happened in my life recently is basically I'm an empty nester in the house. This is the first year I didn't have no kids in high school. Well, that's a different path and different balance I have to find, figure it out. Because both of my kids is going through adulthood and making changes, but I'm used to always being the person that's called it, whatever, giving me that stale time, I guess. And then it's an adjustment to find that balance between my time and what I used to have to do and what I have to do now.
Now me, where I'm struggling with balance is that I'm the opposite of that, Brother Romelle. You talking about nesters and high schoolers. I have two grandkids in the house, a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. It's been years since I dealt with something that young on the 24-hour basis of holding responsibility. You know what I'm saying? So, it was a struggle, but we getting it done. As time go on, the scales become a lot simpler to balance. Once we go into problem-solving mode. You know what I'm saying? Well, I was happy that we all gave an example to the people about how we balance.
I mean, on that too, I was also happy to basically, when you asked us to give an example of balance, a lot of people would think that, we talking on the subject because we got it all together. It ain't that fact. We working. We putting that into action the same way we talking to y'all. It's not that we got it together because we're talking about the subject. Because a lot of people think, those podcast people that does it, they got it all together. No, that's all. If they saying they do, hey, they might have it all together or something. But it's about this is a way bringing the awareness right here. When that awareness come out, then we know how to attack it. We know every time we're gonna come into the podcast, we're gonna be talking about balance. So we better try to get
talking about our lives.
Yeah, we better try to get it together if we trying to actually, you better take that action behind it after we talk about it, not just go back and sit on it and come back and talk about it. Because really, talking is cheap. So
that's right.
Also, I'm glad you made the comment, okay. Also, I want to point out everybody up here at different stages in their lives. Like Doug said, he just got take care of his grandkids right now. Well, he got kids in the house. I'm at the stage I just got kids out the house.
Right.
Yeah, but we all, we both all different ages and going through different phases in our life, and that show you that each age we got a little age gap. Each age gap has their own figures to balance from young to middle to to senior.
Ooh, okay. You peep that.
Yeah, you sound like that youth man in old age.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. What you peeping that? What would you peep in that? Because I don't know if we was
what?
Like, I don't know, when you say ooh, I'm thinking you catch on what? I catch on to a little something that
okay,
he said.
what I saw is what I had just said: youth, manhood, and old age.
Yeah.
See, those 3 different life cycles. You see what I'm saying?
That is.
That's a whole nother episode.
Yes, it is.
But with these unfiltered thoughts, man, that's what we're here. We're here to show you in our regular lives how once an individual can make up their mind, we're here to show you the process. We're here to show you that these we're talking about, they're impacting and working in our lives, and then we take them and impact them and work them in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, definitely.
So one of the things that about the art of balance. See, I like that. The art. The art. The art. The art. The art. You see what I'm saying? It's an art to this thing. And when I looked at that word and I saw that, I said, man, the expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, typically in a visual form. Man, I never thought that the word art was on this type of level. Let me read that again. The expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, typically in a visual form. So that sounds like an action to me.
Yeah, you got to take action to create anything. Well, it starts at the thought.
So balance is an art form. It's a way of life. It's an expression. It's various branches of creativity, activity, such as painting, music, literature, dance, and just plain old life. The art of balance. And the art of balance that we're talking about is that 24 cycle of life. And the first one on the list is work. Work. A 9 to 5 typically leaves 16 hours left in the day. Let's talk about that, Brother Romelle.
Well, work. How do you balance your work day? Because we all got to do it. I know I got to do it to survive. Everybody got to do it. Even though it might look different in different whatever field you in, but you still have to find a way to juggle that at least that 8 hours of work.
Juggle.
Unbalanced.
I like juggle and work because, like with the job we do, we never know what we're gonna get.
Okay.
That's why I use it as a regard. Juggle and work.
You setting yourself up right there. Doug is ready to shoot that back. He's ready to shoot that back. You know he ready.
Hey, in BCB, sometimes we don't know we're gonna come to that door.
Okay, that's true.
That's true.
Or the cars, I don't know what I'm gonna get.
But by us not knowing, we must stay centered.
Yeah, we gotta stay balanced.
You see back up in that definition, it say to remain upright and steady.
Yep.
We can't move from that.
Yeah, we gotta stay unbalanced because we gotta be prepared. If you're not
correct.
prepared for the unknown,
You say we gotta stay unbalanced.
we gotta stay balanced to be
We gotta
prepared.
stay balanced. Okay,
Yeah,
right.
balanced to be prepared.
Yeah.
Because you never know what you're gonna fight. That's just like in the world.
So I mean, when you say that, it's like I know that we're gonna get at an area where the scale's gonna go bam, it's gonna tip that way. But due to the fact that we was already balanced, we know how to just work it back to balancing it. So that's always gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's not perfect all the time.
That's never gonna be perfect. I don't know not one person around here perfect. I know my plans fall through all the time.
So typically, when you work a 9 to 5, you have 16 other hours for priorities. 16 of them. So for remote workers or entrepreneurs, boundary between work and personal life blur. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
Boundary between work and personal life blur.
Blur.
Boundary between work and personal life blur. What that mean?
Well, it's just like with the car business. Sometimes I get a customer might want to come through and off out out of office hours. They want to come on, man. Let me go ahead and do this. Let me go see this. And then I got to justify to my wife, hey, why you going out and it ain't your work time?
Right.
And then I got a whole conflict to deal with when I get back. And plus, when I get back, we don't win out no money. But
Which one is the blur part?
the blur part is me going outside of my normal 8 hours work day to sacrifice time with my family.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say is, are we? Is it where you kind of like you pushing your family back to go take care of a situation that's not
Yeah.
part of the balanced schedule?
Let me read it again. Boundaries between work and personal life blur. Boundaries between work and life blur. There's no separation. They're collaged together. He's at home chilling. To be at the lot hours is noon to 4 or 10 to 4. Anything after that is a whole nother, the other part of those other 16 hours. You see what I'm saying? See, us as humans, we tend to do that. That's why we're talking about this, the art of it. Because we tend to blur things, just like to this morning. Our start time is 11 a.m. We didn't get started till 11:40. Balance. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It blurs into other things, because if you had a 12 o'clock or you have a 12:15, it's going to throw everything off now.
So okay, I'm catching on. Are you saying that work and the boundary between work and life, it matched up together?
Yes.
It's all together. It's not.
When you blur things, that means you bringing things together. You got a time frame for this, so if you stand in the boundary of that, you're not allowing that time frame to run over. You're gonna finish when you say you finish. You're gonna start when you say you start.
Okay.
That's boundaries.
Well, basically, he's saying creating a separation. Don't have your
Well,
work and your personal life blur.
Well, we can look up the word blur.
Cause I think about blur. I'm thinking about. I use blur in my camera. You know.
But okay.
On that perspective, when I use blur, it's when that thing is gonna be behind. It's not gonna be in focus, but the main thing is gonna be in focus. So, like for right now, blurring the background and put me in focus. That's
Right.
That's the.
Well, you think if he used the word blend, would that be a little bit better?
Okay, there we go.
I think blend, because you blending both everything together. That might
Right.
that might be a little bit better.
It's like personal life is still important, but it's still right here. You didn't push it away. It's still there. It's still there. As soon as this right here, we switch it up.
Exactly.
The work become blurred and
That is
personal life come intact.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
correct. That's
Yeah.
correct. That's correct. So do y'all disagree or agree with that? Do we have a tendency of
We want to separate. I believe that I came to a point I wanted to separate it where, personal life and work, wanted to separate it. And trying to separate, it's like when you go home and you're in a relationship and you're still kind of like doing work stuff, like Brother Romelle said, and they're like, you about to get smacked. And where are you picking up that phone? You don't need to be touching that phone. So it's that area. We trying to separate it so much, and as we trying to leave it there, and it's hard to do it because the areas that a lot of different people worked on, it's more of a 24-hour base. But if going into it, if I'm talking about partner-wise, that would be an understanding on both sides.
okay?
So.
Okay.
Yeah, and one thing, like I've been practicing for, I think, I've been doing this about the last 4 weeks, Doug. Making sure I'm home at least by 4.
There you go.
Have I made it every time by 4? No, but I've been home before 5:30. But it used to something I didn't get home to 7,
There you go.
or not go home at all during the day at all. I just go from work. Then I go to a meeting. then I'm home at 9. But now I've been going home, relaxing at home for a while, then going to my meetings and stuff like that. Well, I've been creating those boundaries for I won't blur or blend anything from work to my personal life. With my wife been noticing, things been a lot smoother in the house. Everything been going good.
And that came through strategies.
Yep. Strategies,
Strategies.
and boundaries.
Strategies. So let's talk about a few strategies for work real quick. We got 4 of them right here. We got time blocking, dedicated focused hours for work, tasks to avoid overextension. We got set clear boundaries. We got priority tasks. We got work-life integration. So what do set clear boundaries look like to you?
For me, it'd be, hey, the lot is closing 4, and I won't be here. That's what it is. You know, I got to, circumstances do happen where, I might have to stay late or whatever like that. Let's go with business, but that's my goal, to be done by 4.
Okay. Wolky, clear boundaries. Clear boundaries.
When you mention boundary, I'll say it comes with a lot of respect for yourself and for whatever the next step is promised. So, if basically you promise to be home at 4, like Brother Romelle said, yeah, it's about closing that at 4 and get there. And yes, staying on task, staying on the mission, stay focused and going ahead strong in that area. And whatever obstacle come, being able to just keep staying on task. That's what boundaries stand for me. I was disciplined.
Now, do any of y'all have digital reminders?
Yeah.
I have a teenager at home, and she has an alarm set for everything. And I mean, in the morning I hear that joker going off at every 5 minutes. There's an alarm for this and an alarm for that. To me, she set clear boundaries, because every time an alarm go off, she knows she got to do another task because she has to be ready for that bus. So, have y'all dealt with any digital tasks or anything like that?
Yep.
Yeah,
Do that all the time. My alarm didn't go off today. My phone died, so usually I thought I was supposed to be waking up because I went to sleep earlier than usual, but body said nope.
Got that rest.
That body said nope.
Got
and
that
the
rest.
alarm didn't turn on, so went over it. So, and from there I just had to just keep going from there.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean, people? The importance of balance. Did you hear? He said the body shut down. No. And that's what it will do. Mentally, physically, it will shut down. Because that's what it does. Balance. So set those boundaries. Set those times. Prioritize some tasks. How y'all do with that? I know I am getting better. I'm using my digital calendar now. I'm making sure I come in the morning and look at my laptop, check my emails, respond to people, prioritizing. Looking at funding options, thinking about ways to improve the team, to help us be better, motivated, encouraged, uplifted. Prioritize some tasks.
For me, I have a little checkbook that I go through. I had to write a little thing, little boxes. So once I complete this, I check them up. So sometimes I used to use that and still make it unbalanced.
Is that your little black book?
Yeah. I found a little one at Walmart. What it has today's goal, and it has it in small amount, because sometimes on that little black book I used to put like things that I know I gotta get done, like it's supposed to be done by the end of the week. I try to get it done the same day.
Ooh.
So I try to push too much. So what it is, it has like little column. It can only fit so much. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay, this is what I gotta do. I gotta do it. Then that other part for tomorrow. So I just kind of like day by day, taking it day by day. So it kind of helped me a little bit more. And I bought a whole box of it because like different months is different color.
That's what's up.
So it kind of like color organizing.
Okay, keeping that life journal. That's what's up.
Trying, you know.
What you do to prioritize?
Well, I usually have a little checklist in my notebook of what I have to do, big picture things. That's when I write down a lot of big picture things, and then a lot of the small things I keep on my phone, on my notepad and a calendar. That's how I usually try to keep myself balanced, because I got so many different projects I'm working on. Well, I don't count those as everyday tasks. They tasks as I'm growing at time, and everything else is that's more immediate is my phone. But I have a notebook there. I keep a lot of my master plans in.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Now, another intricate part that deals with balance is the number one thing, and we just touched on it a little bit through Woke when he said the body said no, is rest. Let's talk about that rest. How rest is in your life there.
Well, I mean, a lot of people, when you first think you can rest and you talk about part of your life, a lot of people think that's just sleep. But honestly, I don't sleep that much, for real. I sleep about 4 or 5 hours a day. That's all I get. But rest for me is, as I'm going through that middle age, you know, I'll be 46 this year. My body, knowing when I need to not push myself so hard to get things done or physical things done, because I do got bad knees and arthritis and everything kicking in. I'm beginning stage and a lot of that. But I got to recognize I have to give myself and my body an extra amount of time to recuperate and rest, and have a day of rest where I'm not being physical.
Another example of youth, manhood, and old age.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Man. I mean, for me, what was the question again?
Woo!
Oh, about the body?
Rest.
Rest?
Yeah. How do rest look in your life? You know, that's part of balance is rest. That's woo.
Since I was little, I didn't really like to sleep, honestly.
Okay.
I don't know, I didn't like to sleep as much. Like, I'm not a sleeping type of guy. So, there's a thing that says, I think Eric Thomas might have said, you sleep when you're dead. So, I mean, sometimes it will be like you sleep when you're dead, but then again, and it's the same thing. They'll be like, you put gas in your car, you do all that, you got to do that for your body too. So, and I am working on that. I actually gotten better, because usually when I don't fight this sleep so much, when I crash. Hey, do you remember the fashion shows? How you had to run to the house to come wake me up? Man.
Woo! You're talking about knocked out. That's some heavy sleep right there.
Yeah.
That's because he was running, doing everything, getting no rest. None. See, they have done studies saying the body needs at least 7 to 9 hours of rest every 24 hours. Me personally, I say 6 to 8. Okay? But this is what I need you to understand. You only can live for the right now. That's within them 24-hour days. So if that body do not get no rest, man, everything become at risk that you're building. If you're building anything at all.
Yeah, but I have gotten better for myself. So I'll make sure I get more than regular. The least I'll get is 5 hours, and my body will tell me it's ready to get up. Sometimes I go to sleep early. It wakes itself up at 5 after the 5 hours. Then when I go through the day, it tell me it's tired, so I just take quick naps, and the naps is like boom, I'm right back up at it. So you could say I started to listen to my body more, or I find ways to make sure I feed it too.
Now that's the neat thing, and I want to chime in back over here to Brother Romelle, is that is part of rest. Them power naps, taking a break. You know, you say you normally don't sleep a good 7 to 9 hours. You only 4 or 5 hour days, but you get that break in. You get that sometimes that power nap in. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of rest. You know, here's a few other things that's part of rest: sleep hygiene, power naps, break scheduling, active rest. And that active rest is engaged in light activities, stretching, walking to recharge during downtime. Them power naps, a 20-minute nap can improve focus and energy without disrupting nighttime sleep. You know what I'm saying? There's all type of ways to be able to get that rest. These are just a few examples. All right, so now let's look at personal growth. We touched on that a little bit through each one of our little examples of rest and examples of balance. And so what do personal growth look like in your life dealing with balance?
Personal growth. Personal growth for me is it's learning something every day. Is growing. I have a thing that I go by, and it says, "Wisdom is knowing that you know nothing." As far as knowledge, when you realize that you don't know everything in the world, you're always eager to learn more. So, personal growth is just learning something every day that you didn't know. So, you growing. It might not be a big impact, but any small impact is a big one that equals the bigger one. So that's personal growth to me, and not everybody's gonna see it, so, and you have to see it to yourself, and that's the hard part. So you have to be patient with yourself to see it, and sometimes people have to shine the light on it for you so you can open your eyes and see it. So that's where I hit on personal growth.
For me, personal growth and balance is it's almost setting boundaries. 'Cause I had a lot of growth in my life in the last 5 years, being explosive. When I wanted to get my weight in challenge, because one time I weighed 450 pounds, and that was a goal I set for myself to help my health, better myself, so I could continue growing and be stronger, be here for my kids and my family. Well, how I did that was setting goals and cutting back on certain things and just participating in more activities. I mean, that's what I think we have to do with personal growth.
Now watch this, y'all. This is a tangible, teachable moment right here. Balance. He applied totality to lose weight, but specifically for that at that time. But now he's at a place, because he said the last 5 years, now he's at a place that he's taking that balance that he used to lose the weight to a totality to be where he is today. Correct?
Correct. I mean, I use the same practice when I want to quit smoking cigars. I think me and Brother Doug went through that process together, you know.
Right.
Cut back on my coffee intake, you know. It just, I think you just have to set personal goals for yourself and actually set the boundaries to achieve them. Because to me, I could achieve anything I really set my mind to, for real. I mean, that's how I became a cultivator,
And we can't leave out the word self-sacrifice.
That is true.
What you got to say? I see you over there cooking on something. What you?
Cooking on.
Yeah, what?
Self-sacrifice. So, what do we self-sacrifice in? What state you mentioned you are targeting? 'Cause you could sacrifice in a lot of things.
Oh, most definitely. It's just part of balance.
Part of balance. I mean, it's just sacrificing a lot of things that I would say your old you, sacrificing your old you to become the new person that you want to become. So it's that the goal, the dream, whatever that you want to achieve, you sacrifice that old person. So I could say we make a sacrifice every time we decided to accept the growth that come or the change that come.
That's what's up.
So
That's what's up. So, personal growth, as you can see from both examples, Woke said learning a new skill, reading, his video. And then Brother Romelle was talking about pursuing a passion, project, enriching your life, and creating purpose in his personal growth and the balance. And then we have some strategies here. We got a 10-minute rule. Dedicate at least 10 minutes a day to reading, journaling, or learning something new. Habit stacking. Pair personal growth with daily tasks. Listen to audible books while commuting. Number 3, micro learning. Break large goals into manageable chunks and spread them throughout the week. Manageable chunks. We create these goals, but we don't break them down to be obtainable. Have you ever experienced that?
Oh, that's just how I roll. I break everything down. Everything must have a root. I think all the skills I learned, I broke them down first, then processed and gained the knowledge. Because everything don't come easy to everybody. I know I banged my head on many stuff, but now I'm the master of them.
Hey, that's what he was saying earlier about that cultivation. He said, hey, I got to get out there. Man, you got to come out here and see what I'm doing to these jokers, man. I got them this tall, they got them this wide.
Yeah, I'm that master.
Yes. So I believe in that. I am a supporter of that factual. What you got to add to that, Woke?
The supporter of being a master of his craft. It's a question. It sound like you was laughing at it like it was a statement. That was a question.
Actually, I was laughing at it like it was a statement, but since it was a question, yes, it would be.
Man, shit. I mean, it's that's dope. When you could say that you are a master at something, that's like it's a relaxation that come with it. It's like laid back. When something happens, you're like, hey, I got this. You ain't gotta worry about it because you got it. You've been through all the problems. You've been through all the headache. So you juggled it up already. You trying to catch it?
No.
Then you find a balance. Then you got it this time.
Hey, you know what? I'm like Bruce Leroy on that. When you throw it out,
Oh shit!
I got the glow.
Oh shit!
He said Bruce Leroy. If you don't know who that is, Google it. All right, y'all, let's keep it moving, man. Another piece we have in this balance. First we got that 9 to 5. That leaves 16 hours. Mm-hmm. We talked about rest.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So we talked about 7 to 9, 6 to 8 hours. Mm-hmm. Now we're talking about relationships. So now we didn't got about 16 hours? Mm-hmm. So now we got relationships, in them 16 hours. So let's look at some examples of some relationships. Quality time with family or friends often gets neglected due to work or personal obligations. Building meaningful connections improve emotional well-being and reduces stress. Are those relationship issues in our lives? Or has they been? And how did we get past it?
Quality time with family and friends. Ooh-wee. Well, I'm working towards those. A lot of that.
Those called relationships.
And that's why you have to have the boundary on those things. You have to bring in boundary to be able to attack those.
Come
boundary.
back to boundary.
Yeah.
Look at that. Can't get away.
Can't get away.
I think you gotta have boundaries in a relationship, but I found myself always crossing those boundaries to get hit in the head every time.
Ooh. Cross them boundaries.
I cross them. I step on them. And I'm not even gonna lie about it. It's the truth. I do cross my boundaries all the time.
Oh, hey, last episode I said curiosity did what?
Yep, I do it every time. And I be telling Doug about it too. Like, hey, this is what I did. He be like, why you do that? I'm like, hey man, I sacrifice.
Hey, it was a situation that out there at, when I was in FRDC, and we was on the yard, had a little rec time, and a guy had got it off where he was able to urinate and hit that electric fence. Oh my goodness, you want to talk about a sight? And then, so I went from curious, was that gate really electric? Do you think I went behind him to be on it? No, that curiosity. Hey, you ain't got to worry about me being curious.
Not on that. Not on that. But we, when you talking about relationship, we curious about. Oh, maybe if we go do this, we'll still make it on time. Bam, traffic hit. Bam, we late. Ooh. You get home, you're in trouble.
No. As soon as I deviate, I already know it's a game time already. I don't even act. I just come in and take my lumps.
Oh, take them lumps. Take them.
That's all I do.
Okay. What you say? Take that. What is that? Take that. Take that.
The viewers know what it is.
Oh man.
Don't have to say no name because I don't need no name on the air. But guess what? Take that.
Hey, brother Doug, though, I got a question for you. Because you work with your wife a lot of times here at BCB. Mm-hmm. How do you find balance with that and your personal, your one-on-one time and your work environment? How do y'all find that balance between that?
Well, in the beginning, it was rough. But our passion for what we do and our love for each other help us grow. Mm-hmm. And that's what it was with me.
Okay.
And we go ahead.
Have y'all ever had like some conflicts between work and?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, don't give us the nice side. We want to hear the bad side.
Oh no!
Damn, he said you're filtering it. Stop filtering. We need an unfiltered.
That's right.
Unfiltered.
But y'all know I'm a builder and I like to paint vivid pictures. Mm-hmm. So you got to have the good and the bad, which creates the balance. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
See, I have to be structured like that. I have to show that example that in all areas of my life there is balance created. Mm-hmm. That's what we're talking about.
Hey, but our viewers like hear about the conflict side.
Oh yeah. I like the juicy.
Hey, they like seeing me get hit in the head. That's all.
But no, in any relationships, yes, there are clashes, but it comes a time that you realize what's important. Mm-hmm. My horoscope. Ooh, let me cover that. Let me share this real quick.
Hey viewers, what do y'all think about horoscope and do the horoscope actually reflect your characteristics? I know I'm a Sagittarius. Some people say I'm a very diehard true Sagittarius, but I have second opinions about that though. But hey,
Apologize, viewers. I cannot find it, but it was about possession and I'm gonna put it in the comments, but it was mainly about where your love is. Is your love about letting them have their space, or is your love about control? And what I learned about unconditional love, we have to learn to let people be. You know what I'm saying? I liked it. I wanted y'all to really read that so it can get you really thinking. But yes, in my relationships, it's a work environment. We work in 85% of the things together. Yeah, she's my best friend, my number one fan, and I'm her number one fan. Do we clash? Of course we does. We got two different brains. But do we come back? Do we come back together and get behind one another's dreams? Of course.
Well, I mean, from the outside, I could see that's what I see. I could see when we are so close to each other. I could see when one is having the trouble, and I could see how whether we having any problem at home. Sure, it's just like those videos they be posting. It's like how you still, when it's like she need help getting something off the shelves, you still mad at her. You just be like, here. Like you still mad, but you still gotta work together. So those are the beauty and in the relationship that I would say still being able to, I don't know, push that ego down to still be able to know that you still gotta support that person.
This is where I'm at. I found what I was looking for, y'all, and this is where I'm at mentally. Okay, mentally. It says affection with possession. That's the question I asked. It said try not to confuse affection with possession. This saying emphasizes the difference between genuine affection, which is about caring for someone's well-being and respecting their freedom, and possessiveness, which involves wanting to control or own them. True affection allows the other person to be themselves and have their own space, while possessiveness can stem from insecurity or the desire to keep them close out of fear of losing them. It is a reminder that love and affection thrive best when based on mutual respect and independence, not control or ownership.
So, and there, I see there's a lot of words you're gonna have to kill. Like you're gonna have to kill that ego. You're gonna have to kill that jealousy.
You hear me?
You're gonna have to kill that control.
You hear me?
Shoot, you just gonna have to kill all those things that feel like the selfishness.
Who got to kill it?
Both.
You got to compromise.
Yeah, both.
Mm-hmm. But who got to start? You, the individual.
Mm-hmm.
I had to start in order for her to see her. Mm-hmm. She had to start in order for me to see me.
Yep.
Yeah. And those same principles, you could take it for any member of your family. Mm-hmm. That's one thing. We just not talk about the wives.
That is correct.
Yeah. It's any member.
We're talking about relationships. The wives is just closer to us, correct?
You know what? And business is business. I'm having one of the biggest issue with me, with personal life. Like, I like helping people a lot. So, in ways, when I feel the energy of conflict, my ego, oh yeah, let's go at it. Because I know I'm set up for it. I'm ready to go at it. I have to slow it down to understand that not everybody's in the same level as me. So I had to kind of like, okay, let me calm it down so I can attack in a different way. Hit up a different route instead of just going straight at it that way. Because it could happen. Like, I am going to one situation just that way, that like just bringing up the situation in my life, I'm like, if I bring it up that way, it's going to feel that way. So I have to, okay, let me take care of this first, slow it down. And sometimes my head be like, man, I done already put in the work already. I shouldn't even have to. But I still have to. And I'm like, dang.
Hey, you might as well shake that dang off, because as long as that we got breath, we're going to have to continue to put the work in.
That is true.
We may become successful in that area that we put that work in, but we're going to have to put that work in somewhere else. Mm-hmm. You know, because I feel that too. Every morning I get up, dang, I got to get at it again. But I got to go, because if I don't go, you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I know that I'm not going to be a good example. I know that things not going to get done.
Yeah. And you want, sometimes you want to be selfish. So,
But let's get to the most important part of this, y'all. All right, we done talked about balance, the subjects in the balance. We done talked about work, rest. We done talked about personal growth, relationships. Now let's talk about the very most important one, besides rest. It's self-care. Woo-hoo-hoo! Self-care. Let's talk about the strategies of self-care. To move daily, mindfulness practices, meal prep, personal time. Those are just some examples. What are some of the things that you do for self-care?
For me, I think finding having somebody to talk to, a peer, your wife, close friend, somebody. I think that's one of the keys of self-care. They get neglected because a lot of people like to leave their frustrations inside and let them stew and grow, and they don't let it out because they think they're the only person who's going through it. They feel like they by themselves.
okay. And you're attacking the mental aspect right there.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, because mentally, that's where it all started at. If your head is not in the game, how can you be in the game? You're just sitting on the sidelines, not mentally prepared to go through this fight or see the true value. Because sometimes we get ourselves so down in the rut where we don't see the clear picture is blurred because you can't see the picture because you're not focused, you're not accepting. You just see, like some people say, they just see red.
Right.
The only thing I see before that snapped out was red. You don't see the whole picture. You don't see the person for what they really bringing to you. Well, that's when I think about self-care. That's the first thing I think about. Like Douglas said about meditation. Be by yourself and be still and just talk your way through the situation and try to look at all the views. But then you also, I believe in, you have to be physical. You got to eat. Like sometimes, I know I struggle with it. Sometimes I don't eat in the morning. I don't eat till like 11 o'clock. Then I got a headache. But make sure we eat and stuff like that, and just talk and don't get on yourself so bad because you failed in a project or failed on something, you came up short. Don't get on yourself where you don't talk to nobody about it and work it through.
Okay. I wanted to say this. He is sports in the game.
Well, Wolky, I played sports too back in the day. Well, I use a lot of sports references in my conversations as well.
As soon as you say get your head in the game, I was like, he is sports.
He is sports in the game.
But yeah, for self-care for me, it's everything. It's all about everything we talked about. You have to be able to take care of yourself, and all those areas. Having somebody to communicate with. Everybody got a load, so we be able to drop your load on someone, they drop it back on you. Be able to carry each other's load, and being in a relationship helps a lot. You have somebody that you trust that you could talk to, because when they boiled in, that's when you see all red. Everything's all crunched together. You're like, man, you can't see the real image. So on self-care, I would say it has to do with all the stuff we were just talking about: resting, mental aspect, having somebody to talk to, boundary, all those areas. So we just we in, how do you say, we're targeting all those areas that all come together to matched up to be balanced.
And y'all talking about strategies, strategies in what we do, strategies into self-care. Those are strategies. Here go a couple more examples for our viewers of strategies. To move daily, incorporate at least 20 minutes of movement, walking, yoga, or gym into your daily life. Number 2, mindfulness in practice. Spend 5 to 10 minutes meditating or practice deep breathing exercises. Or you want to do a little meal prep? Dedicate time weekly to planning nutritious meals, reducing stress during busy days. And then you got personal time. block out a window each day for activities that belong to you, like reading or crafting. Ooh. You got a couple more strategies you'd like to share with the people?
I mean, it's the same strategy. So it's going to work out like how I have it in my little book. The way I have it, I write. Before I used to just write everything that I need to do. Then I feel like when I organize it, it helps better. When I just boom, boom, I'll take everything one by one. But sometimes I have to leave things and come back at it. So it's going to get my workout in. That get my mental straight. That brings, builds up my confidence throughout the day, and that boosts me up. Like I got this. Then on this, after working out, is okay. What do I got to do to go get the bag, the money, you know? Okay, knowing when I'm gonna go to work and things like that. Then from there is my business. What do I need to do to, you know, invest a time in my business and things like that. And from there is I know the schedule as far as like going to boxing, dealing with the kids, working with the kids. So that it's in the same category too. So it's just going step by step into it. Some days it goes different, but it's still the same thing. It's organized in a way that I know this is what I need to do, and if there's any other thing that I gotta do, errands I gotta run, I see all the little time that I have, and if it's like a 20 minutes, okay, I can make it to go do this, to take care of this, then I go make it so I can make it on time and things like that. So on all those areas, when it comes to it, it's the same strategy that you just read. It's no different. It's just on my own way of taking care of it.
Gotcha. You want to give a quick recap real quick?
Well, one other strategy I think we kind of did mention that I think is key to everybody's success is rewarding yourself at the end. Because we don't reward ourselves, why are we doing all this for? Mm-hmm. Why we make these sacrifices? Why do we try to find balance? Rewarding yourself in some kind of way, that's either saying I accomplished a goal, I need me a cigar, a cup of coffee.
Embrace
It's the little thing, yeah.
It's the little thing.
For me, it's putting that little check on that book.
Yeah, put that little check. Yeah. That's one thing we got to remember. We have to reward ourselves.
Here we go.
That pat on the back.
Woo! Nobody can toot that horn like you, baby.
Yeah, you got to remember that. Keep yourself encouraged.
You got to stay encouraged, y'all. You know, we just gave y'all examples and talked about the art of balance in our life.
What's your balance?
My balance?
I mean, on that area, I know you broke it down before.
The self-care?
The last part we was just talking about.
The self-care aspect. As y'all know, I like to be home by 5 o'clock.
And you know, before I remember back then, we used to be able to call you, but it was just like, hey, I'm gonna be home at 5 o'clock. I'm putting my phone on disturb. So, and
disturb at 7. If you ain't in the favorites, you
ain't getting there.
You see what I'm saying? See, this is the reason why I picked this subject, y'all, because I've been demonstrating what we're talking about. But I had to come from a place of where you are right now. My life was in disarray, man. It was so selfish. So the things that I have learned, I'm here to share. And then I have 2 other different perspectives to show you.
A good selfish.
Yes, a good selfish.
Because we're here now.
There we go. See, I like that part. Because it isn't such thing as a good selfish. And it's tied in the boundaries. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
so yes, that, hey man, this thing, what we're doing, what we're building is a beautiful thing, y'all. And if you ever want to check it out, you go to Building Community Bridges, JCMO1.org, and then you can just watch the branches. Because you start there, you can find Wokes TV, you can find Hand Up. I mean, that's what we do over here. We build bridges, baby. So I hope that this episode helped you to be able to maximize your 24-hour cycle. Remember, 9 to 5 leaves 16, 7 to 9 is rest, and the rest is yours. So what you gonna do? Take us out, Brother Romelle.
Hey, I just want to tell y'all, I enjoyed this conversation. I got this is a great topic. It's a great foundational part of anybody's journey in their life is found in balance. I don't care what kind of level you're on. I don't care if you're going through substance abuse. I don't care if you're a teenager trying to find yourself. I don't care if you're an old man trying to find yourself. I think learning the art of balance is the key to start to find yourself. That's all I got. What about you, Walt?
Whoo-wee. Man, I mean, y'all tackled everything. I don't really know what to tackle anymore. All I gotta say is, man, stay tuned, subscribe to our channel. I know we're just starting, but we're gonna be coming with a lot of conversation about life. So let's go. DW3 is in the building. All right. Wolky Stevens in the building. Brother Romelle in the building. Doug's in the building. And we out here. All right.
Hey, that's a.
Well, that's what's up. Take that. Take that. Take that.
Yeah, that was a good close.
Yeah.